Okay, working on the old Snow Crusher, Snow Cruiser, Dead Sled part number 1. No spark. Got no spark in this machine. Anyways, I got the sled. It's fairly complete. There's parts and pieces in the box. No seat. Tarp all over it. Just a mess. Anyways, okay, so I was looking at the ignition was missing, so I found a toggle switch. The reason being is, I'll tell you in a second. So there was one wire off that hooked up to the ignition, so simple as that. I test for spark. Nothing on the plug seat. Not a bit of spark. Okay, so I had one purple wire that was kind of in behind the empty key spot. I put a toggle switch in there just for now, just to try it. So I'm suspecting that if we ground this purple wire and not clean the points and do all this other crap, well, you probably should, but I'm just saying, like, okay, so now we've got the purple wire on. We've got it running to ground. Well, no, it jumped off. So we'll stick it somewhere where there's some ground. So basically we're just connecting that purple wire to the engine. Now let's see if we got spark. Oh, by golly. We got spark. Lots of spark. Okay, so now if I, by rights, flood it with fuel, she should pop. Let's try it. You gotta be careful with these little things. The plug's back in her. And notice this position of the switch. It's down is on. So I'm gonna give her a couple shots of gas right in the cylinder right now. I'll have the plugs out. My handy dandy primer bottle. Okay. Give that a shot. I should be using mixed, but I don't have any. And okay, got fuel in it. So by rights, it should fire. If it's grounded out, it's got spark. I'll put the plugs in real quick and see if we've got a little bit of fire here. See if we can get this thing at least popping. It sure would be nice just to hear it fire, I suspect that this will probably work. However, I probably should be using mixed in there for the first run or the first start. But you know what? For this time, just to see if we get anything out of her. I mean, fire-wise, she pops. See, now I would have ripped apart. No, nothing. She's gonna run. Okay, I like that sound. Now I should be running a little bit of mix. Right on. Okay, so the next step would be cleaning up the fuel tank. Cleaning up the fuel tank, cleaning up the lines, make sure all the lines are unthawed. Primer's missing a line. Clean up the carb, pop the carb off, clean her out. And just see if we can get this old girl up and running. Stay tuned for part 2 of the Dead Sled Snow Cruiser. I really dig these old Snow Cruisers. They got reverse and cool. Subscribe.